everyone, Justine with Blue Jay Orchids. Welcome to my channel. And so this I filmed a little bit ago, and I just never got around to finishing it. But still feel like it has some useful tips that some people might find helpful. So it's another repotting video. I know I've been doing a lot of repotting, but it is the time to do repotting. And I also found something that um, I think a lot of you guys might find helpful if you're into repotting any type of plants. So I want you to see that, and then just a few little tips and some bag baby updates, and I will we will jump right into that, and I will check in with you at the end of the video.
Alright, we'll start with this. So this is my new potting tub. The glare's a little bad, so sorry. But just wanted to share this. This you can find at Home. I found this one at Home Depot. I'm sure you could find one at Lowe's. It was like $7.99 for this size. There's an even larger size. It's in the cement mixing area, so I will be, for size-wise, look at how much room you have to repot. So you can repot, and then you can spray it down, move on to the next orchid. So, pretty excited about that. Oh, well, we'll talk about this one. So, I've been finding some really good bag babies lately, which are, the better grow bag babies from Home Depot or Lowe's. Home Depot's where I've been finding mine, but look at this one. George King Serendipity. This is a really good one and typically runs a fair bit of money. And the plant is fairly good size and very healthy. This is an azalea pot, I believe 6-inch for size comparison. Then this is another one I picked up. Chief Fender. Orchid Roots for some reason was down last couple times I tried to log on. I don't know if it was my phone or what, so I couldn't pull up a picture. And then here's some other bag babies I found recently. This one's due for repotting. It was in good shape, but it had 2 natural separations, so not sure what I'm going to do with it. Might put it in here. See, these are the pots they come in. I've been in the middle of projects, so I need to sweep everything and clean up everything. And then this was a good find. I looked online at the picture and it said it was like $60. So I paid like $17.99 for this. Some good root tips, good new growth. A little smaller than what I typically go for, but my son liked the picture. And yeah, so we'll be repotting. I'll show you some other bag babies I found recently that I've been surprised. So, it's a little over potted, but I'm under the theory like repot it in inorganic stuff like lava rock and terracotta and then just leave it alone for a while. I don't have time to be repotting all the time. But yeah, so I got 2 of these. And then where's another one? Been going a little bag baby crazy. Oh, I think just a normal foul bloom. Need to pick up the lanai again. The ADHD tends to take over and I get messy. Yeah, see that one there? This is one of the ones I was looking for a long time because, it's blue. And that Volcano Queen name is from a nursery. I can never say the nursery, but it's a well-known nursery in Hawaii. But yeah, I've been finding some really good ones. I have some photos or video, I think, of when I got this. So I'll put that in. Bag baby shopping. And I found it. Been looking for this one forever. And I found 2. Time to set them free. Give you an idea of what a bag baby is. But for now. Let's get to potting up some of those. And then, I'm also going to do a What's in Bloom. I'm not sure if it's going to come out before this one. I would like to get it out before this one because it's technically April, but we'll see. But just can't get over this one. And look, it's going to give me more flowers. So glad I found that one. And then, of course, my blue jays. The Haising blue jay, blue Taiwan volcano queen. And look at this already. See that? Look at those new roots. So while I'm rooting stuff, I will typically keep it inside my lanai so it doesn't get moved around. And then once it's rooted, it gets moved out there. And then when it blooms, the goal is when it blooms, I'm going to have like this little area to display them. So we'll see. And then the Pathiopedilums and stuff will stay here. And then I finally, look at this. I think I'm going to get a flower. See that? That one I'm excited about. So hopefully we get a flower there. So might be learning how to grow these. All right, let's get to figuring out what I'm doing with all these. Even though this is one of the more recent ones I got, I'm going to go ahead and start with this one because it's going to be very straightforward. It's going to be just taking it out of the pot and plopping it in and adding lava rock. So we'll put the tag here. I'm going to take the stake out. Let's see, can you see me pretty well? Oh, let's lower it a little. Oh, funny story too. I actually finally found my tripod. My son, my oldest son, apparently had it in his room somewhere. So he was playing with it one night. I saw him in the monitor, and I finally found it. It's been gone for months. So, no idea where he was hiding it in his bedroom, but his bedroom's not that large. But yeah, so that was pretty funny. Wetting the roots down so it's a little easier to get it out. You guys know the drill by now. Take the stake out. And then pops right out. Take some of the older media out. Wet the roots a little bit more. You can wear gloves if you want, but you can also just go inside and wash your hands. Because I'm going to have to go inside and get different spray anyway. Because I want to spray this out in between each potting. Although there are certain orchids I care a little bit more, and I'll be more like, appropriate. Like have the proper, culture as far as making sure that everything's clean, there's no chance of cross-contamination. And then there are other things like, for example, say like a no ID or a just typical phalaenopsis. I'm not going to put as much effort into that. But something I'm going to grow and try to show. I'm going to try to be pretty, I'm going to try to keep it as a what they call clean plant where it's non-virused. And I'm trying to get more information on viruses. It's really confusing, and that's been the most confusing and frustrating thing about orchid hobby is trying to find good quality resources and information. Okay, so see, this just naturally fell off. So I could either throw this out or I might just throw it on a tree. We'll see. So that's what they call like a back bulb division. Ideally, you want something, if you're going to give something to someone, you want something bigger than this. And you want to have 3 bulbs, but it was falling off, so it's not worth keeping it in the pot with this. Alright, so I'm going to see if there's any, I mean, I don't see any like awful roots. Everything's just kind of falling off on its own. See, there's not a whole lot of, I mean, these aren't the best. I could cut some of these off. But I'm not going to go super happy root pruning. Yeah, see, these are just falling off on their own. Alright, I don't see too many things to be concerned about. But look at the health of this. I mean, this is pretty, I'm pretty happy with this. Like I said, it was just a bag baby. Alright, so I'm gonna let that go, I think. I'm not gonna do anything else really. Because I want some of the roots to be able to anchor it. And I'm gonna put it somewhat, let's see if you can see. I'm gonna put it towards the back, but not like completely pressed against the back. There. Let's see, it doesn't look like it's gonna grow that way. And you can position it with light so that you don't have to, it should most likely, yeah, for this one, we're gonna put all the way against here, just kind of like this. And then I'm gonna do it about, I'm gonna pot it with right at this line here. So now we're just gonna get the lava rock. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go inside and wash my hands, get rid of that. Alright, so lava rock. You can get this at Home Depot or Lowe's. This one's from Home Depot. And then, let's see. It's a little awkward to see how you guys can get somewhat of an angle too. Just trying to get the lava rock to wedge the plant a little bit, so that way I don't have to worry about it moving around too much. The more stable you can get a plant, the better. So you can kind of use the lava rock and kind of do a little bit of like puzzling, and then you can get it to kind of help you keep the plant stable. See? The key is to do it without interfering with the roots too much. Okay, so that's a little piece. And then each bag, it's not like uniform, so you're going to get like different sizes. See, it's pretty well in there. And then what I'm going to do is until I start seeing roots grab onto the top surface. Oh, most important thing, ID. And then I'll put the ID in the back here so that I know that this is the back of the plant. I want to try to keep it turned this way. And then until it roots, I'll keep it in here on the shelf. So that way I know it's going to grow this way because the only bit of light I have is that way, if that makes sense. So here's a bonsai I might have killed. But that is my finished product there. And it's good to be in there for a while. And then I'll just keep an eye on it. I'll take you off the tripod. There we go. I'll just keep an eye on it in here, make sure it's growing okay, and then, like I said, once it's rooted, it gets kicked out there. But realistically, it's pretty stable in here. Should be fine to go out. And then once it is ready to go out, it will just go out there into my shelf area. But yeah, pretty simple bag baby repot. And bag baby update. So now, I mean, if this piece was a little bigger, I'd just throw it on a tree, but I don't think it's worth doing anything with. So there's trash. Clean this out, wipe it down, and then we move on to one of the next ones. So we'll see. I might just do some of them unfilmed because it goes a lot faster. But check in with you guys later.
So, hope you found that helpful. And then I know we talk a lot about bag babies. So, this over here is what my local Home Depot setup looks like. This one was pretty well stocked. I think I found a few that day. But yeah, so there'll be like a sign that says better grow, and then typically they'll either have stuff on one side or they'll have it on other sides. I've also seen them set them up on like typical benches that you see at the big box stores. But just, I thought this might be helpful. And yeah, that cement mixer has been working really well for repotting. So I wanted to share that information. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you learned something. Like, subscribe, comments. I know I have a couple requests for some Tolumnia videos as far as how I care for them. So I have been listening, and I do have an update on them that I'm working on because I have definitely learned something that I want to share. And so, yeah, that will be upcoming probably after Redlands. So, depending on when I have time to do it. But Tolumnia video is coming. And yeah, not sure what else. Having a little bit of brain fog. It's kind of gloomy today, and I'm going to ramble. Not going to ramble. Um, oh, I am doing some time lapse stuff, mostly in the shorts. But I think it's really cool. You guys can let me know what you think. I've done one true time lapse, one where like the flower actually opens, so that's pretty cool. And working on a few other ones. So stay tuned for that. Look for it in the shorts or on Instagram. That's where it's going to be mostly. And yeah, so as always, keep growing. Bye.